Hello, everyone. This is Laura, and welcome back to Become a Fluent English Speaker. Today, I want to talk about something most of us try to avoid: boredom. Think about the last time you had nothing to do. Maybe you were waiting for a bus. Maybe you were sitting in a doctor's office. Maybe you were standing in a long line. What did you do? You probably reached for your phone. I used to do exactly the same thing. Whenever I had even 30 seconds of free time, I checked my phone. Messages, social media, news, videos, anything that could keep my mind busy. Then one day, my phone battery died. I was sitting on a train. I had no charger, no internet, no music, nothing. At first, I felt uncomfortable. I looked at my phone several times, even though I already knew it was completely dead. I looked around the train. Everyone seemed busy. People were watching videos, sending messages, and scrolling through their screens. I put my phone back in my pocket. Then I looked out the window. For the first few minutes, I didn't know what to do. Then something strange happened. I started noticing things: the buildings outside, the clouds, the people walking along the streets, the sound of the train. I began thinking about a project I had been working on. Then I had an idea. It was a simple idea, but it was better than anything I had thought of during the previous few days. I wrote it down as soon as I arrived home. That evening, I started wondering why the idea had appeared when I was doing nothing. Maybe boredom wasn't the enemy I thought it was. Maybe my brain needed a little space. We live in a world filled with constant stimulation. There is always something to watch, something to read, something to listen to, something to respond to. Our attention rarely gets a break. But when we remove all that stimulation, something interesting can happen. Our minds begin to wander. We remember things. We connect ideas. We think about problems from a different perspective. Sometimes, our best ideas appear when we're not actively searching for them. Think about taking a shower, going for a walk, driving somewhere familiar, washing dishes. These simple activities don't require all of your attention. That gives your mind room to explore. I've experienced this many times since that train journey. Now, when I feel mentally tired, I sometimes take a short walk without my phone. At first, it feels strange, but after a few minutes, my thoughts become clearer. I start thinking about things I've been avoiding. I remember ideas I had forgotten. Sometimes I even find solutions to problems that seemed impossible earlier. This doesn't mean you should throw away your phone. Technology is incredibly useful. The problem begins when we become uncomfortable with every quiet moment. If we always fill silence with stimulation, we may never discover what our own minds can do in silence. There's another interesting connection to language learning. If you're learning English, you might think you need to study every free minute. Vocabulary, grammar, listening, speaking, reading. All of these things are valuable, but your brain also needs time to process what you've learned. After listening to English for an hour, you don't necessarily need another hour of study. Sometimes, taking a break helps your brain organize the information. That's why rest is part of learning. You don't have to be productive every second. Sometimes, doing nothing is doing something useful. Before we finish today's podcast, let's learn some useful English vocabulary from today's story. Boredom means the feeling you have when you have nothing interesting to do. Stimulation means something that makes your mind or senses active. Attention means the ability to focus on something. Wander means to move without a clear direction. We can also use it for thoughts when our mind moves from one idea to another. Perspective means a particular way of seeing or understanding something. Process means to think about and understand information gradually. Clarity means the quality of being easy to understand or think about. Recharge means to rest and regain energy. Now here's today's challenge. Tonight, put your phone away for 10 minutes. Don't watch anything. Don't listen to anything. Don't check your messages. Just sit somewhere comfortable and let your mind wander. You may feel bored. That's okay. Notice what happens after a few minutes. Maybe you'll remember something important. Maybe you'll have a new idea. Maybe you'll simply enjoy the quiet. And if you're learning English, try describing what you're thinking in English. You don't need perfect sentences. Just let your thoughts move naturally. Before you leave, answer today's question in the comments. When was the last time you spent 10 minutes doing absolutely nothing? I'd love to hear what happened. If you enjoyed today's English listening podcast, don't forget to subscribe to Become a Fluent English Speaker. This is Laura, and remember, you don't always need more information. Sometimes, your brain simply needs more space. Keep listening, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next podcast. This one also gives us a strong future shorts angle. Your phone might be stealing your best ideas.